Hey guys, okay, part 2 on some things that step parents are too nervous to talk about or too nervous to say because of the judgment or hate they will get. Number 1, love for your stepkids takes work. It doesn't just come naturally like it does with your bio kids, just like it does for them and the love they have for you. And I do think it is something that you are continually working at. I think it becomes easier to love them. You might be like, oh, that's harsh, but the fact that a step parent is willing to work so hard to love a child that is not theirs says so much about them. Okay, number 2, the grief that you feel towards the family that you always thought you were going to have. You're lying to yourself if you're trying to say that as a kid you dreamt of being a step parent, you dreamt of having stepkids, you dreamt of having this blended family. No one thinks that they're going to end up in a blended family. So it is normal to have moments of grief that you're not going to have that. For example, when I had my first daughter, Lennon, I had a time where I grieved. My husband had already had kids. This wasn't his first time bringing a baby into this world. That was grief that I was very valid to feel, and I let myself feel it. Grief that you are dealing with a family that has to say bye to each other every other week, every week, whatever. Having to watch your kids say goodbye to each other and missing them. There is a lot of grief because this isn't the family that you always dreamt or thought that you were going to have. Number 3, feeling like an outsider in your own home. I remember specifically feeling this so intense when I first married my husband. I felt so out of place in my house, and I do feel like it took a couple years for me to be like, okay, and it's nothing that they're doing, nothing that the kids are doing, nothing that my husband is doing. It's all internal, but it is so real and it is so valid. Okay, last, probably need to do a part 3. There is so much that goes into being a step parent, but feeling like you can't complain. I feel like this is something that I still kind of struggle with. I easily can complain about being a mom and how hard it is and how exhausting it is. That's just what comes with being a mom. You vent to your husband, today was hard, she had a tantrum. The second you try and complain about being a stepmom, you feel like this evil human being. You feel like your spouse is judging you, thinking that you don't love his kids, thinking that you don't want this lifestyle, when in reality that's not what you're saying. It's just hard. Just like being a mother is hard. And sometimes we gotta vent to our spouse, okay?